Hey guys, what is going on? I'm the Nufferdog, and welcome to some more Metroid Prime 2 Echoes. We are just about done with the main part of the, Dark Agon Wastes, or Agon Wastes in general, really. I say the main part because, you know, we will come back here later to get some optional stuff and, you know, end-game items, but we're done with sort of the standard stuff you do in your main sort of stint here. You know, you get it. So, here we are in the Dark Agon Temple, where we have all the keys, and we are about to put them in these locks. And activate the cutscene. Mwah. 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 Do 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 do. Interesting little lock system they have there. I think you actually... No, you can't. Never mind. The cutscene activates. You can't scan that before. But, okay. Are you guys ready? This is the first of these big bosses that we fight when we go into these dark temples. And holy crap! These guys are creepy. First we can scan this sphere here. Target is a bio-generated power sphere. Sphere provides dark energy to the Amorbis. Xenotech detected in sphere. Sphere is impervious to weapons. And so, these Amorbis enemies, they're giant burrowing sandworm things. So we can only scan them and only deal damage to them when they jump out of the ground at us. For now. Gigantic tunneling guardians. Avoid target as it enters and leaves the earth. Look for disturbances in the ground. Target cannot survive for long if its outer shell is cracked. The enormous Amorbis can move through solid rock and earth with ease, and can sense the location of surface-level prey deep within the ground. They will attempt to ram any target they can find in their domain. They are vulnerable to all forms of weapons fire, but are incredibly strong and resistant to pain. Ah! I fell over. I think these guys are really intimidating looking, just because giant worms. I mean, that's kind of creepy, you know? But it's kind of gross, I guess. I mean, real worms are gross, these things are creepy because they're huge. But basically, this guy's being pretty aggressive this time around, but you just shoot him as he jumps around. Well, what I mean by he's being pretty aggressive is he seems to be diving directly toward me more than he often does. But you just gotta shoot him to crack his shell a bit, and we will see what happens when we do that. He's vulnerable to everything you've got. Despite being a Dark World boss, he's hurt by the Dark Beam pretty well as the Light Beam. There we go, he hooked on... This is a second scan here, so you have to be sure to scan him both times or you won't complete your logbook. This is Dark Amorbis. Gains armor, beam weapon, and regenerative powers when... Regenerative? Yeah, hang on. When fused to Dark Sphere. Weak point and mouth detected, concussive force will deliver heavy damage. The Amorbis can attach themselves to the Dark Sphere, drawing potent energy from within. They can fire dark energy at the light crystals, nullifying safe zones for a short time. They can also channel this energy into a powerful beam attack. Bioscans indicate a weak spot inside the creature's mouth. Target this area to damage the Amorbis. So, this guy, you can see we're still not actually doing any direct damage. He just disabled our, crystal. And it's nullified in a special way where we can't just unnullify it. So we gotta walk on over to this thing here. This is not a fight where energizing your, light crystals really helps at all. But, he's got a melee attack there, he can disable our crystals. We can attack him with pretty much anything we've got. But once he is weakened like that, we get sucked into his mouth, which I think is really creepy. I mean, being eaten, that's terrifying. But that's how we damage him. We bomb inside his mouth. And then he damages that sphere. Now, though, there's one coming up right here. There's going to be two Amorbises. Because we saw right at it's not exactly a surprise that there's more than one, even though I think it would be really cool if it was, because we saw all three of them right at the beginning there. But, still, this becomes a lot more dangerous now that there's two of them. They don't really hurt you that much when they're just jumping around like this. It's pretty much just if they land on you. Most of the damage that you'll take during this fight is during the other stage, where they're fused to the sphere. Because that's when they get the much more dangerous attacks. Right now, they're pretty much just jumping around. Still gotta watch out for them a little, though. They'll sort of squeal and squirm when you've damaged them enough, and then that particular worm will stop coming out of the ground. So now we've only got one to contend with, because we hurt the other one enough. So, got kind of a waiting game here. Also, I noticed this music is actually the, has some of the same basic tune as that infamous Parasite Queen song from Metroid Prime 1. Ah, yes, I think I damaged him enough. So now, I don't know why I'm saying yes about that, because we're screwed. Okay, no, we still gotta hurt him a little bit more. Now, we should be good. Or maybe it's a little bit more. Nope. Okay, here we are. So let's switch to another beam so we can do damage a little bit more quickly. Because now that there's two of them, they're going to be very dangerous, because they're going to do that. I hate this beam attack. It is really powerful. It moves erratically. It can be kind of hard to avoid sometimes. And that's probably the single most dangerous attack in this fight. But they can also do that. He just nullified our safe zone. Yeah! Hit us in the face that time. Jerk. You gonna lose that armor anytime soon? I feel like you should. See, this is the problem. There's no way to interrupt this attack, because they're invincible while they're doing it. And I think that's kind of bad design, to not be able to do anything about their strongest attack, which also makes them invincible, and is hard to avoid. Because it's like, okay, we have an opportunity to damage this guy here. They do spray out health and missile power-ups after you hurt them. So that's good. And now we've just got this guy to deal with. And I just tried pressing Y while I, had that charge beam charged. So, you guys who are already familiar with this game know what I was trying to do there. That's something we'll be using in later boss fights. But we don't have it yet. Alrighty. So now we enter the last stage of them jumping up out of the ground, and that one just hit me because I was too close. Oh well. And now all three of the worms are jumping out, so that makes them a little bit harder to keep track of, which means this is pretty much the only time you're going to take any kind of serious damage in this stage of the fight. Because this isn't really all that dangerous, but it's just when there's a lot of them. And, of course, you can hit them with any beam. I'm going to deal some damage to this guy with the dark beam. You're going to come... Ah! Did one just land on me, or come... sometimes I can't even tell. You there. And dark beam... It's easy for them to dodge the dark beam at long range. So... moving back to the power beam. He's almost ready to not be jumping around. I've kind of run out of things to talk about, because this stage of the fight is a little bit on the repetitive side. This is my least favorite of these Temple Guardians. I think this is still a pretty epic fight, and it's my least favorite of these fights, so that should kind of help give you an idea of how much I love these boss battles. I really think this game has the best boss battles of the Prime trilogy. People who are trying to look at it objectively might still say Metroid Prime 1 is the best game, but oh my god, the boss battles! Oh my god. I'm just, yeah, fanboying out over the boss battles in Metroid Prime 2. I'm amazing. Can I hit you with anything while you're way over there? I guess not. You, though, you are a different story. Except I kind of wasted... oh well. I should probably stop talking to giant worms. That would probably be a healthy change to make in my life. Stop talking to giant alien worms. Well, that one's... Duh! Who gave you permission to come out of nowhere like that, Amorbis? Jerkface. Alrighty, I think that's all of them. Health power-ups? You wanna... come here? Come here? Yeah, okay, so I actually didn't really need them, but whatever. Yeah, I'm really missing the, charge beam and Y thing that I don't really want to spoil for people who aren't familiar with the games. But it's something that's very handy in boss fights, and I kind of wish I had it right now. And I hate this attack. See, I just feel like it goes on for such a long time, it's hard to avoid, and it makes them invincible. I feel like there ought to be some sort of way to interrupt or prevent it, because it's kind of a cheap attack. But there we go, using the light beam. The charged light beams are really powerful, because they have a sort of scattershot effect. So if you hit one enemy with all of them, you know, it does a ton of damage, and I just inadvertently energized that, okay. And he just nullified that other one for no apparent reason. Okay, it's looking like light beams are the best way to deal damage to Dark Amorbis. I guess that makes sense. And come on, other head, come over here. I only need to damage you, and then we will be done with this fight. Come here, come here, come here. Ah! I don't know why, but I just feel the urge to say that a lot in boss fights. Alright, there we go. That is the last bit of damage we have to deal to this guy, because he just smashed that orb so he can't heal by drawing power from it. And so he's going to die. And this orb is about to explode. Oh yeah. Everything explodes. It's a video game. Lean into it, and boom. I used to always think it was really stupid the way she did that, because it looked like she was getting closer to it, but it makes sense to brace yourself for impact by leaning into it. Dark suit. Oh, hell yeah. The Dark Suit is amazing. Dark Suit acquired. The damaging effects of Dark Ether will do less damage to you. Additional data downloaded. The Dark Suit. Is this the right way? Yeah, I guess it always faces you the right way. Now we do not take damage nearly as quickly from Dark Ether's atmosphere, so we don't have to worry so much about standing out in the open for a long time in Dark Ether. So that's going to allow us to, you know, explore around in areas that, that otherwise might kill us just by dint of not having enough safe zones. Which, you know, hasn't really been a problem that we've run into, but this is also just, you know, it's no longer so annoying if, you know, to have to hop from safe zone to safe zone. So I feel like that removes kind of the gimmicky aspect that some people complain about with the whole Dark World poisonous atmosphere safe zone system. Can scan this thing for no real reason. There's no lore entries in the dark versions of the temple, 'cause there is no Ing lore. Oh? Whoa! Oh yeah, you poke that terminal, Samus. You poke that terminal. I don't know why I had to make that sound perverted. But here, we are absorbing the energy of the Dark Agon wastes. And now, the planet of Dark Ether is going to become a bit more unstable, as evidenced by the sky in Dark Agon Wastes looking kind of terrible, I guess. Energy transfer complete. Return the energy to its temple on Ether. Yes, that is what we want to do. Go to the light version of this same temple, and return the energy. Now, the Dark Suit, it's really handy gameplay-wise, and I think it also looks pretty cool. I mean, I don't know. That's open to debate. What you think of the Dark Suit design-wise. It is, I mean, I don't like everything about it, but I think it looks pretty darn cool. There are Warrior Ing here now, by the way. The other suit upgrade we will get, though, because of course we're not going to go through the game with only one suit upgrade. No. this is the first of two, because like in Metroid Prime 1, you know, we started out with the Varia suit. Ah! England in my face. And then we lost it, and regained it, and then we also got the gravity suit, but then the whole thing with the Omega Pirate happened, getting us the, Phazon suit. In this game, there's not quite as much stuff going on. There's 2 suit upgrades, which I guess was kind of also the case in Metroid Prime, but we still had to regain the Varia suit after we lost it, so there were basically 3. In this game, there's only 2. You might be able to guess, based on sort of the ongoing theme of this game, what the other one is called. I'm not going to spoil it if you happen to have the brains of a mentally damaged squid. But just suffice it to say, it looks freaking... Oh, Dark Troopers. You guys suck. Yeah. Alright, let's finish the last of you, since you're too smart to come in this force field, apparently, or field thing. I don't know if it's really a force field. Okay. There we go. Get some ammo and all that good stuff, and go back to Light Ether. Okay, I'll stop. That was me banging my glass dramatically on the table. Why? I don't know. Here's some more wasp hives. In case you wanted some more wasp hives. No one wanted any more wasp hives. Alrighty. Let's go return this energy, and then we will end the episode off, of course. Gonna happen at some point. But I don't know. Yeah, the design of the dark suit, how much you like it, that's open for debate, but I think it's pretty cool, regardless, and it's very handy gameplay-wise, and the other suit that we get that we'll have for the final battle is, oh my god, freaking amazing, so... Wow, that sounded really stereotypical teenage girl-like. Oh my god, freaking amazing. I don't know why my inflection had to be weird there. That always seems to happen to me. I say something that could sound normal, but I insert some weird thing into it, or have weird inflection, and then it just sounds derpy. And that Shriekbat flew over my head, literally. I'm not that dumb, Shriekbat! Huh, I'm offended. Okay, Yas. I'm umming again. Grr. I've kind of run out of things to talk about, and I still have to record one more episode today, too. Maybe I can find something else to talk about. I don't know. It's just kind of... We're almost over, but we gotta return this. What is that weird noise upstairs? Sounds almost like a bicycle pump. You guys, I'm sure, can't hear it, but there's some weird noise. Come on, come on, come on! Come on! Okay, Samus, it's time for you to poke another terminal. You ready? Oh yeah, you're glowing. That means you must be ready. Poke! I don't know why. Just don't ask. Is that the Triforce? I don't know, I think someone made a joke about that when I was younger and it stuck. I don't know. Anyway, planetary energy, that's important, right? And now, just as taking away the planetary energy made Dark Ether less stable, returning it to the Agon Wastes is making the Light Agon Wastes, and Light Ether as a whole, more stable and more pleasant, I guess. It might calm these storms that are going on in the sky a bit. And it's beaming over to Scotty. Now it's beaming over to the Great Temple where Umos is. So now he can see that we have done our job, because we have restored energy to one of the temples. Aren't we just that amazing? Okay. And this happens every time. It's a little bit cheesy, I guess, but the dead Luminoth hologram is bowing to us. Okay, there we go. Energy transfer complete. This temple's energy has been restored. Alrighty, guys. That's the end of this episode. Next time on Metroid Prime 2 Echoes, we're gonna go see Umos again, and then work our way towards the next of these big 3 areas. I'm the Dog, and I will see you guys then.